Mockeries are one of the things that they make. Mockeries don't really have a purpose. The author of Electric Bastion Land likens them to Muppets. So for this character, for Percy here, I've selected the Warforged race, and I've picked this portrait that looks like a hippo, because a mockery is kind of like a Sesame Street character. So you have furry felt skin, but underneath you're some kind of artificial being. In D&D, Warforged can benefit from healing spells, and they can be clerics and druids. The reason for that is because they're considered living organisms, even though their bodies are made of metal or wood or stone. And the same will be true for us, for the mockeries in our campaign. If a mockery's skin is ever burned off or like blown up, then it's not clear in the setting, but I like to say that they look like a Terminator underneath. So sort of like a silver chrome skeleton, robot skeleton thing. You don't move like a robot, you just move, sort of natural. But a lot of mockeries are in denial about whether they're real or not. Percy is one of those. He doesn't believe that he's artificial. He believes that he's a real hippo, and he has a real purpose in the world, and that is to help and to give people useless knowledge, useless trivia. So he is a cleric of the knowledge domain. If you want to follow along, I'm just going to go over this part and then the equipment. This first page, you can check everything except unchecked homebrew content. You can check critical role content, dice rolling, optional class features, milestone advancement, fixed HP for growth, do the prerequisites, click those. Scaled level spells are kind of advanced, so I don't mind someone using it if you've read about it. Just ask me. As a default, we'll just say click it off. For encumbrance, encumbrance it can be important in an old school style adventure. I'm not going to require it for this one. I'm going to achieve some of that feel in other ways, and it'll be clear when we go over the house rules during the game. For us, just do no encumbrance and then ignore coin weight. You're going to collect a lot of treasure, so your characters are very motivated by money, and you're already in debt. You have expenses, and there's a lot of glittery, expensive stuff that you can loot. For privacy, click public, and all that means is that it'll be easier for you to transport this character to another campaign, whether it's by me or by someone else. For the race and the class pages, pay attention to anything that says there's a choice. So for this one, since I'm a cleric, I've chosen to bump my wisdom. And then there are choices for these extra proficiencies. I've clicked athletics because that'll be helpful for running and swimming. And then vehicles water, which just means I know my way around a boat. Same thing for this page. Pay attention to your choices. And knowledge domain. This character will be able to teach you your ABCs and how to count. They'll be able to recite Shakespeare and decipher the arcane writings of a genius wizard, maybe. We'll see. That's if I was playing this character. This character is available as a pre-gen, but I imagine y'all will want to make your own. Do standard array for ability scores as opposed to rolled or point by. This character, I've given them lower dexterity because I plan for them to use a shield. And I also think it's hilarious if a Sesame Street hippo knows how to do acrobatics and they have low dexterity. So, like I was saying with the backgrounds, like feel free to be adventurous. You can do a custom background. I don't have a lot of experience with that, but I can probably help you through it. Or just pick this guild artisan, guild merchant, because it lets you just choose a skill. So, for example, you already get insight, so that retail therapist might also know, persuasion or investigation or something like that. But this character is an entertainer because I used to stand at street corners and teach people their ABCs. And I have bagpipes. So, bards are not the only people who know how to use musical instruments. A bard can just do it magically and extra good, so to speak. And then equipment. So, since we're second level, just do the equipment option here. So, go to the top, open it up if it's minimized, click equipment. I've already done this for this character, so I'm just going to show what I did. So mace, scale mail, light crossbow, explorer's pack. I imagine the holy symbol of a cleric of knowledge might look like a mathematical symbol. Bagpipes, and a love letter. So you don't have to decide what these things are, but if it was me playing this character, my session 2 or 3, I would probably know who's that for. I'm thinking maybe Percy, this character, has someone who doesn't love them back. As that person knows that Percy is a mockery, and Percy is in denial. I'm real. I'm real. When you've done your selections, click Add Starting Equipment, and it will pop all of this stuff into your inventory. One last thing on the equipment. For free, I'm going to let everyone have an extra ranged weapon. Sometimes characters come out of character creation and they don't have a ranged weapon. Javelins are fine. Hand axes can be thrown. It's all good. You can add on top of your starting kit, additionally, a bow or a gun. So this is a steampunk setting. The firearms in Electric Bastion Land are not sophisticated, and so for D&D purposes, I would say they will be Renaissance quality, so like 16th or 17th century. For this character, since I want them to use a shield, I'm going to give him a pistol. So to get that, what you got to do is this tab that says Add Items, go in there. There are 4 checkboxes. Unclick the first one because it won't show the firearms otherwise. And I'm going to search for pistol. If you have the critical role options checked, then it'll show these Exandria items. Exandria is the setting that's created by critical role. I think those are fine, but the firearms are a little bit more complicated. So we're just going to use the generic ones. If you want a pistol, click there and then add it. If you want a musket, you can just search for that. Musket is 2 hands. And you can add it like that. And then you'll need bullets. So you'll want to get the Renaissance bullets. These right here come in packs of 10. Add one of those and you're all good. If you prefer just to use a crossbow or something, there will be advantages because bows are quiet. Guns are not. Guns are cool. They only do a little bit more damage as it's modeled in D&D 5e, at least the Renaissance ones. So pistol does D10, I think, and then the musket does D12. So I'm going to flip over to back to the front here. Check your inventory to equip your weapons and your armor and shield. That way, it'll be reflected in your armor class, and then it'll be shown as a shortcut under your actions tab. So my pistol and my mace and all of that are here in the front for easy access. You'll need to keep track in your head if your character is holding the shield or not. And then for spells, if you're a spellcaster, I can help you with this. I don't mind. We could do it right before a session or at the beginning. Go in to the spells tab, and then you'll want to manage spells. There should be an option to add ones or show your known spells. And then this one, I've selected all of my cantrips, and I've selected 3 out of 5 prepared spells. So you can sort them by level. For my first level spells, I've got these selected. Then I'll grab, Shield of Faith and Guiding Bolt. Yeah. Yep. And there is my Mockery Knowledge Cleric, who looks like a hippo and knows how to do cartwheels. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, just reach out and ask. And like I said, going with the Bastion Land setting stuff is optional. So if you just want your character to be a regular sword and sorcery D&D character, that's perfectly fine. You'll fit in. You'll actually fit into the island better than people from the city. I think the city thing is a nice contrast. It's people in the island will have different opinions. Some of them, want the corporation to move in. They want the jobs come back to the area. And other people don't give a crap and they want the corporation to go away, right? So, yeah. Really excited about this campaign. I hope you are too. And I'll check you later. Have a great week. See you on Saturday.